Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is with great humility and sincerity that I rise, knowing that I stand on the shoulders of others such as Doug Wilder, John Langston, and Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears, who served in this very body, along with too many other great people to name. Today, we recognize Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. While many here, across our Commonwealth and throughout our nation, will provide remarks regarding his legacy, I hope we understand what we say, no matter how profound, well-meaning, or well-written about his legacy, about the legacy he left. If we do not live that legacy through our legislation, we fall short of his hope and his purpose. It is easier to cross our arms than to cross the aisle. It is easier to bury legislation before we build upon it. And it is easier to be partisan than it is to be a partner. Let us not limit or define our empathy according to a cinematic experience, but rather a willingness to embrace the experience of others. This is not easy, but this is why we're here. I will not quote Dr. King as many of us do, even though it's applauded. A repetitive quote does not relinquish us from the responsibility he demonstrated. He is known for many speeches, but his impact rests in his public policy that he constructed in a bipartisan fashion that benefited all of us through structural reforms. We have the obligation and the opportunity to do better. That's what the Virginians deserve. Anything less is an insult to their vote and a blatant disregard of Dr. King as we reduce him to a symbol and a soundbite void of his substance and his public policy impact. In essence, his legacy is what matters, and it should inform our approach to policy, but more importantly, it should inform our approach to each other. I said I would not quote Dr. King, but I will quote his wife, Coretta Scott King, because of our obligation and opportunity to give Virginians a better Commonwealth. We have one thing in the way, and whether personal or partisan, that thing would be our opinions. Coretta Scott King made it clear, it doesn't matter how strong your opinions are. If you do not use your power for positive change, you are indeed part of the problem. So God bless the Commonwealth of Virginia, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.